Put a little knowledge, wisdom, and understanding around the town about how grown men have to be responsible and women have to be responsible for their own actions. Now, we are in America. With that being said, all of our prominent melanated brothers and sisters, get our roll call going stride. Let them know what city, what state, what country we tapping in from. But we know about the history of how our people get treated and mistreated. Blind, what it do? Vegas in the building. We need to know what city, what state, what country you're tapping in for. I'm just here to give you a little knowledge, wisdom, and some understanding. You know, I put no cut on it. Give it to you straight, no chaser. But you never let nobody trick you out of your position. That's important in this day and age. You know, you have a lot of brothers and sisters. Salute to Detroit and Milwaukee. Keep our roll call going. Oh, as they say, get the likes up. And we want this to hit a few other people that's rocking with us. Because then you got certain people, certain artists that say, oh, the OGs don't teach us nothing. The OGs ain't there for us. B, what up, though? The DMV in the building. So, you know, they say, oh, the OGs don't teach us nothing. They let us, that's why we doing this and that. I see it all day, every day. B said, get the likes up, y'all. So, I say this to say, what you do, and what you do, those are your actions. Ain't no such thing of rallying up the troops. A lot of people like to do that. Rally up the troops and put the blame on, you know, the point the finger game. You know how mama was going to work and she come home? Who ate up all the cereal? Who drank up all the milk? Now somebody gonna keep their mouth closed, or somebody gonna step up and be accountable for who? Their actions, right? And then if they pull a coward move and don't want to stand up for their actions, they say we all gonna get in trouble. But now we know how to play this person, right? We know how to play them because it's like, oh, you ain't gonna take your own weight? Are you gonna get us all on punishment? You gonna get us all a whooping? So eventually, that's gonna force one's hand, right? To where your sister might say, Mama, me and JoJo ain't do it, but Sean did it. You know, your sister, she might say, look, Sean, I'm not getting in trouble for you because she came in here, she taught us not to lie to us. Daddy taught us not to lie to him. Be honest. So you gonna sit around when she come in and ask who done it and don't say nothing? So that follows you on throughout life, right? Because now you become an adolescent. Now you throwing rocks at cars. Dangerous game. You playing a dangerous game. You can throw a rock, bust a glass, startle a person. They swerve, tear their vehicle up, hurt somebody, oncoming traffic. Things that I used to do. See, I speak on my behalf. I'm not one of them guys that gotta get on the YouTube and trying to get donations and putting with the cash apps on my thing and all that. Y'all see, I don't got no team of people trying to besides my moderators, I don't have a team of graphic people and even me trying to learn how to do all that. It ain't that serious to me. I feel like just having general conversation with y'all whenever I have time to get on here. I'm not letting nobody force my hand or force me to respond and do none of that because they want to build up their channels. Because we see that that's what people do all day long. If, just say, Mav Hoffa, the new guy right now with 1 million subscribers. So you'll catch every newcomer, which I call them big birds, you know what I'm saying? They look like big yellow birds walking in the middle of traffic. We can spot them a mile away, right? Now every title, everything they do, they got Mav name in their mouth. They're trying to reel in his people. That type of action shows a person like me, your type of character, right? Now we playing a dangerous game with this internet too, because we also know if you was ever in the street or played any side in the street, wrong side of the street, we do know at one point in time, if you get caught for any of your actions, what you say can and will be used against who? You. In a court of law. Cool breeze, what it do? So with that being said, they have new things called terroristic threats. So certain jokers will try to create an issue with you online, hoping you say something out of line. But then you can get a person like myself that you can't trick the people. The people that know me know me. You know what I'm saying? You can't say, oh, he was somewhere with a tire mark across his chest. Man, he was dirty, he had holes in his shoes. Nobody buying it. Nobody buying it. And for whatever reasons, they not buying it. Mainly because they never seen me in that type of style. You know what I'm saying? So with that just being said, I'm just giving y'all little inklings of how these jokers do on here. So if we know that anything we say can and will be used against us in a court of law, what make any person in their right mind think that they can trick me out of all people to get on here and speak of anything that could be used against me in a court of law due to whatever the conversation is about? Don't make sense. Angelo, what it do? So, as B said, get the likes up. I can see how many people in here. Get them up there. One click. Certain messages need to be heard. I think there's one of them. We can all use some knowledge, wisdom, and some understanding around here. So, because some people might get in a situation and don't know how to deal with it. The ill meal in the building, Milwaukee, Midwest, stand up. So, that's why coming up, we was taught to keep your mouth shut. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know something about something, or you're not being asked, or as a person would say, speak when you're spoken to. It's too much voluntarily, there's a lot of volunteered information going on. And in some cases, if guys are federal informants, state informants, and someone gets on the camera, knowing it's being recorded, and involve you in something that doesn't have anything to do with you, right? So let's just say Lil Ray get a reckless endangerment. I don't even want to say a reckless, he just get a reckless endangerment. Got in a high-speed chase, he rolling. Now he got a fleeing and eluding. He hit a building, he hit 2, 3 parked cars, he jump out and run. Streets get to talking because Lil Ray got to talking. Lil Ray going, oh, I ghosted them today. I got roots, but see what Lil Ray didn't know, it was gonna bring heat to the neighborhood. So now, can't nobody do nothing. Whatever you trying to do in that neighborhood, if it's not legal, you about to get sweated. So what we call it was undue heat. You bringing undue heat to the hood. In some cases, you got a good old pumpkin head. And if it was that strenuous, if somebody got caught and went to jail because they was dirty or something, and the hood really was getting sweated because of Lil Ray Ray reckless case that he had going on, the Pumpkinhead Deluxe was coming to Lil Ray Ray. You know, because now everybody got to pitch in to go bond T-Man out. I'm just using names. Everybody got to go bond T-Man out. Now, once again, Lil Ray Ray the one got the neighborhood hot. Everybody ain't, got the neighborhood hot. And any and every incident would needed to be reported. So when Lil Ray Ray done what he done, he's supposed to come say, hey man, I just got on high speed chase. Y'all stay low. Give everybody a heads up. Even though some of the guys are like, man, why you ain't take them that way and then come back this way? But it's understood. So some will give them a pass for it. But for some guys from another block that find out about what Lil Ray Ray done to come speak on Lil Ray Ray's business, kind of look at them as gossipers. And I've been using this for a long time. Chatty patties, And you got a lot of guys. Now you got to think like this. We're going to go, since a lot of people won't speak on jail and all this, we're going to speak on this. Whatever went on in the world stayed in the world. When you go behind the walls, we all know whatever went on in the world stayed out there. I don't care what it was. So Baltimore in the building. So therefore, you think you young, wild, reckless, you gonna come up in here and you gonna just run it the way you wanna run it. You're gonna be made an example of. Quick, fast, in a hurry. Because guys in here trying to come home, right? But then here you come in here reckless, want to fight from what happened in the world inside. They're going to send everybody to lock up, send everybody to hold, get everybody rooms, cells shook down. So people looking at you a certain kind of way. As they should, because you know the rules. Whatever went on in the world, stay in the world. So now in today's society, you got guys that'll come home and they thinking of a new hustle. What's a new hustle? They're failing. They gotta, instead of trying to, because it might take them a minute to get their records expunged. H-Town in the building already. So you got people that'll say, what's the new hustles out there, y'all? Man, you can get you a YouTube channel if you, depending on the type of person you are. Do you got some character? Is your life worth talking about? But the guys without a story, or the women without a story, salute to y'all, just checked in, keep the roll call, what city, what state, what country, that come home, he don't really know the rules, because he might just did a dime behind the wall. So it's between whoever he was on the phone to, or whoever she was on the phone talking to during her time behind that wall that kept her afloat of what was going on in the world, right? Which usually people do. They write letters, they make visits, things of that nature. Now, in some cases, you got family members that go to jail for all type of stuff. Now, if this person lied to you, I didn't get a chance to make it to Savior's Day. I'm pissed about that. I was traveling, so I didn't get a chance to make it. But I'm going to catch up with it on whatever streaming service it's on. I definitely would have wanted to make that. So, where was I at? Proper preparation prevent poor performance. That's a fact. A lot of people know about that. Some do, some don't. So now this lady or guy come home, they feel like, okay, the YouTube world, but what they leave out is you gotta be reckless, then they don't tell you if you get 1 million views, you're only getting crumbs for real. So is it worth you trying to throw people under the bus, or you need to be mindful of what you're saying when you jump in on this thing, right? So Rico, what it do? So pretty much love. So plenty much love, pretty much love, So I just don't like the fact that, say a person aware of some things, right? Because there's a lot of speculation, there's a lot of stuff going on. And once again, if it's a federal agent or a state agent, or informants, they come home to move back amongst the people or go to PC, and they move them to these cities like in states like Minnesota, Leimert Park on the check-in West Coast, where Arizona, Utah, whatever other cities that they move them type of people to. So then once you get in that protective custody, they can use you in any city they want to use you in. So your best bet is when they say don't mess with the sleeping bear, let the sleeping bear sleep. Especially if you still moving and grooving or whatever you doing, why bring a word we use, undue heat to yourself? Now, it's just thought, what I'm saying? Keep in mind, it's knowledge, wisdom, and use some understanding. So, you know what you know how you was raised. Can't nobody put no dirt or smut on your name. You 100 all the way around the board. So, once again, these big birds that's walking with this big yellow suit on through the middle of the street that you don't know, they all become lightweight informants to you because you don't know them. So if a person's speaking on your name and willing to just throw you under the bus, or Montgomery, Alabama, I got a lot of family around that town, because I know one think that one don't know where they hiding at. But I'm good all around the world, all 50 states. And I ain't the type to throw rocks and hide my hand, and I stand behind any and everything I say. But one thing I'm not gonna do is let nobody use me for their fake capital gain or trying to get clicks and views. That ain't gonna happen.